Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Let us continue with the next session of Jazaa al-Amal, consequences of actions. We are at the chapter number 14 and let's start looking at it. Fasal number 14, Darbar-e Ilahi mein beqadr wa qimat hona. And these are the consequences of the disobedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allama Thanvi says that one loses one's value in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. एक नुकसान ये है कि गुनाह करने से अल्लाह ताला के नज़दीक ये शख्स बेक़द्र व ख्वार हो जाता है. One of the major harm is that by disobeying Allah Ta'ala one loses his value in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. और जब खालिक के नज़दीक ख्वार और ज़लील हो गया, मखलूक में भी उसकी इज़्ज़त नहीं रहती. And when a person loses his stature in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is the creator, then the creation also ceases to show any respect. Allah Ta'ala says, Allah Ta'ala का इरशाद है وَمَن يُهِنِ اللَّهُ فَمَا لَهُ مِن مُكْرِمٍ. And whoever Allah disgraces, then there is none to grant him any respect. अगरचे लोग बखौफ इसके जुल्म और शरारत की वजह से इसकी ताज़ीम करते हों, मगर किसी के दिल में अज़मत नहीं रहती. People may show outward respect for such an individual due to his terror, his authority, but their hearts, they are void of any kind of respect for him. This will happen to anyone who comes into the authority and starts to misuse that authority, and he will cease to have that honor from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and people will cease to love him as well. Continuing further, he says fasal number 15, गुनाह का असर दूसरी मखलूक़ात पर. The chapter number 15 is that the effect of this disobedience goes upon to the other creation. एक नुकसान ये है कि गुनाह की नहूसत, बुरा असर जैसे इस शख्स को पहुँचती है, इसी तरह उसका ज़रर दूसरी मखलूक़ात को भी पहुँचता है. Just one of the harms is just like the wretchedness and disobedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala affects this individual himself. Likewise, it also harms other creations as well. वो सब उस पर लानत करने लगते हैं. गुनाह की सज़ा तो अलग होती है, ये लानत उस पर तुर्रा इदाफ़ा है. One of the harms here, the ill effect is of this disobedience and calamity, it becomes that this is one of the calamities, but over and above that, people also start to curse him as well. अल्लामा मुजाहिद रहमहुल्लाह फरमाते हैं कि बहाइम नाफरमानी करने वाले आदमियों पर लानत करते हैं. अल्लामा मुजाहिद रहमहुल्लाह states that these animal and cattle they curse such an individual who disobeys Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They send curses to him. जब कि कहत सख्त होता है और बारिश रुक जाती है, when the कहत, the famine, it becomes severe and the rain ceases to come upon the land, और कहते हैं कि ये इब्न आदम के गुनाह की नहूसत से है. And then these behind these cattle, they start to say this all hardship is coming because of this individual, the disobedience of this son of Adam, this particular son of Adam. Similarly, these behind these cattle, the pure of heart, they will also curse this individual. What an atrocity for a person who disobeys Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In the chapter number 16, Allama Thanvi says, अक़ल में फतूर और फसाद पैदा हो जाता है. A person starts to develop malintent and corruption in one's intellect. एक नुकसान ये है कि गुनाह करने से अक़ल में फतूर और फसाद आ जाता है. One of the disobedience, one of the harms of the disobedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is that one starts to develop this malintent in one's thought process, one's intellect, and the way a person starts to think, it gets corrupted. क्योंकि अक़ल एक नूरानी चीज़ है. After all, what is this intellect? Intellect is an enlightenment, it's illumination, it's a light, right? कदूरत मासियत से इसमें कमी आ जाती है. When a person does disobedience, a person does misdeeds, then this illumination gets dimmed and overshadowed because of this disobedience. बल्कि ख़ुद गुनाह करना दलील कम अक़ल की है. बल्कि ख़ुद गुनाह करना दलील कम अक़ल की है. on a rational basis, even just doing this, committing this atrocity of the disobedience of Allah Ta'ala, this itself is a dalil, is an evidence that the person has little intellect. अगर इस शख्स की अकल ठिकाने होती, if the person was rational in his understanding, तो ऐसी हालत में कहीं गुनाह हो सकता है कि ये शख्स खुदा की कुदरत में है, उनके मिल्क में रहता है और वो ये देख भी रहा है, इनके फरिश्ते गवाह बन रहे हैं, कुरान मजीद मना कर रहा है, ईमान मना कर रहा है, मौत मना कर रही है, दोज़ख मना कर रही है, गुनाह करने से इस कदर सुरूर और लज्जत नसीब ना होगी. So he mentions that is such a person in his rational mind, is he intellectually capable, or is he intellectually sound, if he realizes that all these issues, if he realizes, would he even be able to commit the atrocity or the disobedience, corruption of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or not? He would realize that he is within the qudra, within the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he is within the kingdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching him as well. Unke and the angels, they are becoming witness to everything that he does. The Quran is prohibiting him, is telling him not to do it. His iman is telling him not to do it. His the death, the inevitable death, is also telling him, do not do such an atrocity, do not go against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The hellfire, the concept of hellfire and the thought of hellfire is telling this rational individual, do not go forward with this disobedience. If he has all of this in his mind, is it possible for him to get that kind of a taste and the enjoyment, the joy of going against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? जिस कदर दुनिया और आखिरत के मुनाफे इससे फौत हो गए, भला कोई सलीम उल अक़ल वाला इन बातों के होते हुए गुनाह कर सकता है? The kind of bounties that the person loses because from this world as well as in the akhirah, he loses because of committing that atrocity. Can any rational individual, a person who has intellect, can such an individual, while knowing all this, still continue and persist and go ahead and do any kind of disobedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? These are all understandings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keeps on imposing upon us, telling us, be rational, be one from the mindful one, do not disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and there is much benefit for you, not only in this world and but in the akhirah as well. But we do not realize, when we are committing this kind of a ma'asiyah and disobedience, we should know that all our actions are going to bring about these kind of atrocities. Make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah gives us this opening of our heart and acceptance of the reality and fulfillment and the tawfiq of following upon the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inshallah, we will continue from here, and I will try to keep these small videos a little bit under 10 minutes as well, inshallah. Subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Jazakallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.